Things I regret buying on the TikTok shop.
How much did you pay for your tickets today?
$13,000 a ticket.
$13,000 for what? How many tickets did you buy?
I bought 2 at 13 and I bought another 2 at 6.
Oh my gosh.
Has anyone else gone through a hypebeast phase? I just wanted to show some of the worst purchases I've made in my life.
Okay, so today we're going to be taking a look at people regretting their recent purchases. I think this goes hand in hand with the overconsumption video I just made, because now we can see the consequences of following trends and buying every little thing you want. Most of the time you don't actually want it, it's just an impulse and it'll pass within a few days. We have a ton of stuff to go over today along with comments from you guys from previous videos, so if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. I do also want to add that I've seen a lot of comments asking for longer videos than I usually make. So recently I made a channel for anyone interested in compilations of the topics we go over. I know many people put these videos on in the background like some sort of podcast, so I'll have a link down in the description if you want to check it out. If not, that's fine. The same amount of videos are still going to come out on this channel. But let's start off with kind of a cheesy one, but oh man, did people spend a ton of money. And I'd guess you'd probably be regretting your purchase now if you were a Patriots fan.
How much did you pay for your tickets today?
$13,000 a ticket.
$13,000 for what? How many tickets did you buy?
I bought 2 at 13 and I bought another 2 at 6.
Oh my gosh. We're still at the pregame of the Super Bowl. How many tickets you get?
4 tickets.
4 tickets, how much they cost?
$12,500 a ticket.
Oh my, that's 50 grand?
Yeah. About 7,000 US.
Around 8,000 per.
8,000 per, and obviously you both are going?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we are now in the stadium. We got a Chiefs fan. How much you pay for your tickets?
$4,800 per ticket.
Wow, that's the cheapest other than free. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
I really don't even know what to say. I couldn't even justify $16 for a Peacock subscription. There's no athletic game worth spending that much money on. Honestly, I agree as well. I wanted to go to the upcoming World Cup games, but the last time I looked, people were selling nosebleeds for $7,000. So needless to say, I'll be watching it on my TV. I just don't get it. If I had $38,000, I'm not buying a Super Bowl ticket. I know this doesn't really go with the topic for this video, but I just thought it was funny. I wanted to put it in. I asked you guys in an older video, have you bought something recently that you now regret? A $10,000 car a couple years ago. Check engine light came on the moment I drove it off the lot after the test drive, and they wouldn't take it back because it was as is. Useless brick now, still owes $7,000. A Canon R5 Mark II having an R3 and an R6 Mark II already. If you don't know what they're talking about, those are high-end cameras. Spending $5,000 on a camera I didn't really need wasn't the best idea. We're actually going to talk about camera equipment again a little bit later in the video. Bought an Alfa Romeo Giulia for $43,000. It was $8,000 off sticker. Rushed into it. Hated that car, so a week later I sold it and lost $7 grand when I sold for $36,000. As it turns out, no one was buying them. $3,000 in purchases of gacha games. Yes, I know, very stupid. I don't play those games anymore. Genshin was the biggest offender. It is becoming increasingly more common to shell out a ton of money in in-game purchases now, and no matter how much you like a particular game, you're probably not going to play it forever, so one day the $3,000 of purchases just becomes useless. I tried to buy an electric motorcycle but lost $5,000 instead. It was a company with a name for e-bikes trying to go further, but apparently it was too much. A few people got theirs and ghosted everyone else, took no calls, hung up and filed for bankruptcy, kept all the deposits and full payments from everyone else. Kinda sounds like a Kickstarter or Indiegogo nightmare. But we can move on to what you knew was going to be in this video, of course, the designer items.
These are the luxury items I regret buying, part 3. Starting with the iconic Hermes Oasis sandal. This is pretty much the Orans, just with a heel. I really wanted these, or the Orans, because of the look. I just think they're so Hermes and so classy, but they just do not work on my wide feet. Even though it is leather and it'll kind of mold around your foot, it just still isn't wide enough for me. Maybe on vacation, if I'm not walking too much, this will be okay. For a pair of shoes that's over $1,000 and I'm never really reaching for them, it's just not really worth it. Next is this red Chanel bag. It was one of the first Chanel bags that I ever purchased. When I got it, I thought it was so young and so fun. I like that it had the quilting and the chevron, so it was so different. It's a vibrant red patent leather. After I got it, I just realized it's really hard to style.
You realize that after you paid thousands of dollars for that bag. Chanel purses are extremely expensive, and at least in my own opinion, I do not like patent leather, and it doesn't really match with her wardrobe, so it just sits there collecting dust. Along with the $1,000 shoes as well that don't really fit. Maybe I'll use them on vacation if we don't walk around a lot. It seems like those shoes aren't fulfilling its purpose. We got a comment from you guys right here. It's so strange that treat yourself turned from being buy yourself a nice dessert or take yourself to a movie, and now it's buying designer items. I love little treats and think everyone needs something nice once in a while, but the scale of treating yourself has gotten majorly out of control. The amount of videos that I've come across with people justifying their ridiculously expensive designer purchases on exactly that treating myself, I deserve the best, could have legitimately been this entire video.
One of the decisions I've made in my life that I fully regret today still, every day from here on out I'll regret it, was getting Lasik eye surgery. So I got LASIK probably like 3 or 4 years ago now, and I wore glasses my entire life and wore contact lenses half my life. From what I remember, my prescription was like a -5.5. I was nearsighted, terrible vision, and I thought LASIK was just going to be perfect, fix it all, which it doesn't. The technology in LASIK is still not perfected. I mean, I thought it would help with like optic migraines because I used to get those. That was not the case. I thought maybe it would get rid of floaters. Nope, does not. My eyes just get more dry more often, which sucks. So when I wake up in the morning, if I look at bright lights, I see a halo still. Like,
at least for me, I do not like that stuff whatsoever. My eyes are watering just thinking about that. I personally wear contacts right now, and if for whatever reason I wasn't able to wear them anymore, I would be wearing glasses for the rest of my life. No chance I would be getting LASIK at all. My biggest regret, getting LASIK and trading my glasses for constant pain in my corneas. This is more common of an issue than I thought. We could go over to the comments. Optometrist wears glasses. Think about that. Every optometrist that recommended LASIK to me wore glasses. Went to a LASIK consultation, doctor was wearing glasses. So he doesn't eat at his own restaurant. Very good points.
Let's expose some of my worst overconsumption purchases. First up, we have this Loungefly backpack. This is from Bedknobs and Broomstick, and as you can tell, it is brand new. I've not even taken the straps out. It is still full of the packing paper. I saw a video on TikTok of a Loungefly seller responding to a comment asking which were some of the least popular Loungefly bags, and they listed this one. And I love Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and I felt sorry for the bag, so I just needed it. But clearly I did not, because I've had this for over 2 years now. I bought this when I was pregnant, and my twins just turned 2 years old.
Now, along with having a shopping problem, I think this might be one of the results of some sort of pity marketing. We've gone over the topic before where the company makes you feel bad. I'll see it a lot with empty restaurants or book authors that aren't getting a whole bunch of sales. They make a ton of posts saying, nobody's buying my book or nobody's coming into my family's restaurant. Please come help out just to bring in some business and money. And I guess this woman fell for it, buying a backpack that she didn't use whatsoever. We got a comment from you guys right here. Worked in branding and marketing for 25 plus years. People don't buy products, they buy feelings. And I think this next clip is a perfect example of that, the Hypebeast culture a few years ago.
Has anyone else gone through a Hypebeast phase? I just wanted to show some of the worst purchases I've made in my life. This one's just insanity. What is that? It's like the most ugly Converse ever. Why in the world would I ever have bought these? These are not much better. Disgusting moon shoes. The tackiest hoodie to ever exist. This one's actually kind of comfy, but for like $700. Insane. The shirt sucks. And what was I thinking here? Just brands. That's all I cared about. Never worn this before. Not sure why I bought it. For some reason, I bought this one also.
And all of those purchases were made with feelings. Who in their right mind would spend $700 for a t-shirt? I don't care if it's the most comfortable thing on the planet, but he just wanted other people to see him in Burberry t-shirts. Or those hideous shoes as well. I mean, even the Supreme hoodie he didn't wear at all. Just a complete waste of money at the end of the day.
So I just got back to Madison and I had 20 plus packages waiting for me in my apartment. Like, this is really crazy. But anyways, neither of my roommates are home, so I am going to do an unboxing on here. I seriously I'm a victim of Instagram ads, but I bought Cozy Earth socks. Like, why do you need these things? Next package, I have no clue what this is. This literally feels like Christmas because I literally don't remember anything I ordered. A Frankie set, and then I got the matching zip-up sweater.
Okay, so we're cutting it off there. It goes on for a lot longer. But if you legitimately can't remember what you purchased over the last week or two, do you really need it? I don't think so. But she's a victim of the Instagram ads and probably the TikTok shop as well. Just purchasing every little item that comes up on a sponsored post. And then it turns into videos like this, even at the beginning. Watch the spark leave my eyes as I realize the true shopping problem I have and how dumb everything I bought is. Is this credit card debt? Why is the jacket $698? I'm so for real. Talk to a therapist about this. This situation does not look good. And at the same time, all the clothing we're buying is wildly overpriced, especially if you compare it to a few years ago, along with the lack of quality.
It is absolutely wild how much clothing prices have increased since 2020. Selling this aloe tank on Poshmark, so I had to look back at old receipts. I paid $40 for it back in March 2020, and I also paid $96 for these leggings. So that tank is now $58, and the leggings are now $134. So aloe has increased their prices by about 30% in the past 5 to 6 years. So whenever they're putting on their 30% off sale, they're basically just going back to their old prices that really weren't that long ago. And honestly, the quality is just not there. They have really cute designs, but I have rarely liked anything that I've gotten there. Not worth it, especially for these really high prices.
You rarely liked any of the items that you purchased there, but still bought several. I just don't understand the thought process, along with companies like Aloe and Lululemon. They make their products, their leggings, for a few dollars each, and turn around and sell it for $134. That's insane. And a comment from you guys goes well with this. This expensive stuff is all part of planned obsolescence. You're just buying expensive garbage. And when we're talking about Aloe in particular, everybody knows that the quality is terrible. The products immediately start falling apart, they're pilling, but for some reason they're still in business. I just don't get it.
I'm going to tell you guys how I paid $7,800 and basically got nothing from it. In early 2023, I started developing a severe rash that covered my body head to toe. I was desperately seeking answers, and all my doctors would tell me that my labs looked normal even though I was constantly getting sick. In February of 2023, Rachel of Rachel Shear Nutrition slid into my DMs and started messaging me and asking me a lot of personal questions about my health. At the time, I had no idea who she was, so when I went on her profile, it looked like she was a medical professional. She pursued me from February of 2023 up until December of 2023, and each and every single month she would ask me about my health and how I was doing. In July of 2023, I ended up getting diagnosed with a tumor in my sciatic nerve. Due to its location, they couldn't biopsy it and they could not tell me if it was benign or malignant, so I would constantly have to do MRI scans every 6 months to find out if there was any changes to it. I was always at the doctor's office is what it seemed like, and I was not getting the answers that I felt like I needed to get. Rachel and her team ended up convincing me that her program was for me because they would tell me things like optimal healing and that I was in the right place and that this was time to fix it once and for all, as well as telling me about situations where they have helped people with lupus, Lyme disease, chronic illnesses, even cancer.
Okay, so you could probably guess where this story's headed. We have a salesman constantly pestering this woman for months on end, trying to siphon off almost $8,000 from her and it being successful, primarily because she was in a very serious situation, most likely very afraid you couldn't operate on it as well, and somehow this woman was magically going to heal her through Instagram DMs. Obviously that wasn't the case. They lost $7,800 and are still stuck with the same issues. You could lump this in with the core sellers, any of the drop shipping, real estate empire, digital marketing, starting faceless YouTube automation channels, just a ton of different grifts you could fall for, and that's a really quick way to lose a ton of money today.
Things I regret buying on the TikTok shop. Trying to save you money because I wasted mine. Starting off strong with the fan blade cleaner. What was wrong with me just cleaning my fan blades like I always have with the Swiffer instead of having another big honking tool to hang around? All of the niche t-shirts. I'll give you 2 wears tops and you're going to be sick of them. The entire Medicube bundle. Trying to figure out what order to use them all in and where to store them at gave me wrinkles instead of curing them. This miracle finally be able to concentrate and get your life together supplement. Why was I trying to buy medicine on TikTok? The bath bomb surprise jewelry. No, just for so many reasons, no. Anything from either of these 2 brands. I wanted to like them so much, but your house will not smell like this. Your laundry will not smell like this. They don't last. They don't work.
And we're only about halfway through this video. There is a lot of bad products, not surprising. I've always said that TikTok Shop is basically Temu. We need to normalize these types of reviews. This is what I'm looking for. And there you go, 90% of TikTok Shop is just Temu, but more expensive. And speaking of Temu, we got another one of these classic videos.
Why? I don't know why I would think this would have gone any different of a way, but I bought new curtains for my living room because we got a new rug and I wanted to get some lacy curtains, brown, beige curtains for my living room, and I ordered them from Temu and they just came in and not only does it come with the curtain, it comes with the window. It comes with the window. I bought 4 of them.
Even though these videos are funny, it's amazing that people have not learned. We've seen these clips for going on, what, almost 6 years now? But in the next one, we actually have a different piece of advice. With all of these people having buyer's remorse, maybe you should keep some of it around so you don't make the same mistake again.
If you are the kind of person who declutters the stuff you regret, I'm going to give you some really controversial advice today. Do not throw the thing out. Do not throw it out. Keep the ones that make you feel the worst buyer's remorse. Do you see this pin on my lapel? Yeah. I whined to my husband to get it for me when we were in Japan. I nearly threw a tantrum. It was not a good moment. It was not a good moment for anyone. The shopkeeper was embarrassed. I was embarrassed, but I had to double down. I really wanted it. And does it spark joy? I don't know. It kind of like sparks regret and feeling really dumb. But do you know why I keep it? I keep it because every time I look at it, I am reminded of what a little shit I was. And it reminds me to do better, to be better than that person. Also, it's really pretty. I'm the type of person who buys and then declutters and then rebuys and still feels regret and buyer's remorse. Keep the ones that make you feel the worst buyer's remorse and wear them. Wear them proudly. It will remind you of who you were when you made that purchase. It will remind you to do better.
So I do understand where she's coming from because people do love that cycle. They buy a whole bunch of stuff in store and online and start filling up their house. Then they get tired of it all. Maybe spring cleaning comes around, tons of stuff gets thrown out and new stuff comes in once again. We got another comment from you guys right here. I was absolutely convinced I was going to be a YouTuber and bought a $1,500 camera and accessories and used it once and didn't even post the video. We went over this before. There's a ton of people that want to do social media now, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube videos. And yes, there's a difference in quality when you buy a $5,000 camera compared to an iPhone, but at least when you're first starting out, I really think a smartphone is the only thing you need. Most of them are 4K now, even 1080p I think is fine, because a good chunk of people watch YouTube on their phones now, so the screens aren't really that big. You can't see too much of a difference between 1080p and 4K, and if you find out eventually that it's not your thing, you saved a ton of money because you didn't buy a $1,500 camera.
Our regrets of buying a Corvette, well, it starts with the price and ordering it brand new. So at the time, we messed up because we were really excited to get one, and it was during COVID. And Marissa really wanted one, I really wanted one. Marissa wanted the red seat belts, but we custom ordered it instead of going to buy a used one because the used ones were actually more expensive than new ones. You remember that?
Yeah, they were way
Upcharge. Yeah, so we went to a dealership and the new ones, we had like $15,000 markup on it, but we went and we found a dealership in Miami, custom ordered this one, got it for MSRP. We didn't get any money off. We didn't get any extra charge. They actually didn't even, I think their dealer fee was like $500, not bad. I mean, the ones around here are like $1,200. So anyways, that was the first mistake, was buying it brand new, because obviously, as you can imagine, we have 16,000 miles on this car. It's a 2024. It has depreciated a lot. And so ballpark, just to throw some numbers out there, it was around $80,000. Now it's probably worth around $60,000. If we're lucky, and then obviously day by day, that's just going to keep going down in their mass-produced sports car, mid-engine.
Especially if we're talking about the C8 Corvette in 2026. Like you said, when it first came out, it was super popular, people paying way over MSRP. But now, a few years later, Chevy is pumping these things out. They are everywhere. And because of that, the price has gone down significantly. And because you wanted it in the moment, it cost them $10,000 a year in depreciation.
What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life? Purchasing my 2015 4Runner literally at that year because I was paying almost $1,000 every month for this car.
Damn, you got like a high interest rate or something?
No, it was low. The problem was that I didn't put anything down and I traded in my old car, right? And the type of 4Runner that it was super, super expensive. And then plus the insurance plus gas. So it was like $1,000. That's stupid money.
Could have got like something luxury for that, huh?
I know, but the 4Runner was dope. Yoda gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the end of that was pretty cringe, but even a 4Runner is $1,000 a month. It kind of sounded like she was rolling negative equity from her last vehicle into this loan along with putting no money down. And I get it with the 4Runners going over to the comments that 4Runner still holds value and is still running good. The 4Runner's probably still running. Anything luxury would be destroyed by now. I get it, they hold their value very well and they last a long time, especially the previous generation. But if you can't afford $1,000 a month, you can't afford it. Doesn't matter if you went out and bought a brand new Mercedes or a Toyota. And this next one was advertised to me, and I feel like if anybody actually purchases it, they would end up deeply regretting it.
I work 9 to 5 downtown, and I just unroll this every morning, and whatever sunlight I catch during the day goes right into my battery. We can just open it up, catch some sunlight, and charge the car that way and keep everything cool inside. We go to festivals almost every summer, and now we have the possibility of camping in our Tesla.
Okay, so initially this kind of seems like a good idea. You get some solar panels, be able to charge up your car while you're at work. However, you go over to their website and it is $3,800. If it charges about 4 miles per hour and you use it 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's 160 miles per week. At roughly 3.5 miles per kilowatt, that equals 46 kilowatts per week, which in total saves about $9 a week. Since the charger costs $3,800, it would take roughly 415 weeks or about 8 years to pay itself off. That's assuming ideal sun conditions, so real world payback would likely be longer. 7 weeks and it would be fully recharged. Where would you park it at and what time do you work? I won't steal it. That's kind of what I was thinking as well, having a $4,000 rig just sitting there out in the open all day. I don't know where you live. If you work in the city, might not be the safest thing. Then there'd be no way of recouping that money.
Let's review my worst, stupid, god-awful purchases of 2025. A year ago, I made 2 of these videos and they went really viral. I hope people took solace in the fact that we all buy stupid things sometimes and it's okay to admit it on the internet. Okay, number 1, items I don't need, but I buy because there's some crazy deal attached to them. Exhibit A, this Trish McAvoy makeup set. Me out on this one. I'm not trying to excuse it. I went into a Blue Mercury like 8 months ago and this thing was on sale for like $200. And if you bought it, you also got a free facial at Blue Mercury. Do you wanna know what I use from this makeup set? The little powder puff brush that goes under your eyes. That's the only thing I use. And maybe the lip gloss if my other one has run out. It was still a waste, not a fan. Just stupid. Number 2, shoes that don't fit me. Obviously you would think, Grace, why would you buy a shoe that doesn't fit you? Just get a different size. Well, when you're on the real and you find an awesome deal on a shoe that's not your size, it's really hard to not purchase it. At least it's hard for me.
I own about 15 leather jackets and it's never the right temperature to wear them. I feel like you need to stay away from Blue Mercury because this was only part of the video. Another thing to add on is that she made a few of these videos last year, so she's still making a considerable amount of regretful purchases, so I guess we're not really learning from our mistakes. Here in the next one, we could actually see in real time somebody regretting their purchase as their unboxing. It's actually pretty interesting.
Okay, I felt like this absolutely had to be documented. Unboxed my first designer bag with me. I bought this off of The Real, so it's not brand new. Very much so not brand new. It's vintage. I don't know what is and isn't considered vintage, so I had to have it. I'm so nervous. Wow, it came in the Miu Miu dust bag. Wow, it kind of smells like old lady. Oh, it's like a miniature one. Stop. It is really cute. She's so cutie patootie. I'm obsessed. The straps they're inside, but I'm obsessed with it. I love it. The only thing is I wish this would stay down so you could see the logo a little more. Still so cute.
I like how you could see her trying to justify it, saying over and over again, it's so cute even though it smells like an old lady. And it sounded like it wasn't even what she expected. As soon as she pulled it out, she said, oh, it's like a miniature. And at the end, if you saw the text, I ended up returning it. At least she was lucky enough to be able to do that. Sometimes there is no return policy and you're just stuck with something you're not going to use at all.
Here are some things that I regret buying in 2025 because I refuse to come on this app and pretend that I don't make very stupid, impulsive purchases. The first one might be a little controversial because, of course, I think everyone has different experiences, but I got a lymphatic drainage massage. Here are the before and after photos of my lymphatic drainage massage, and I understand that you're not supposed to like lose weight or anything, but I thought I would see a little bit of a difference or feel a little bit of a difference in my digestive. For $200, I didn't even feel relaxed. I didn't feel any sort of positive way, so I will not be doing those again. This is consumerism final boss. The Array Tone Gummies. Yeah, I paid $60 for creatine. This is basically what it is. They're gummies. They do not taste good. They're very chalky. I would rather just take creatine like as a dry scoop or in like some type of smoothie or water or something.
If I made this video, it would be the full 10 minutes TikTok allows. And the entire rest of the comment section is just talking about that lymphatic massage. I have never heard of it before this video, but I guess it's a pretty popular trend online. And for $200, she felt no difference. And of course, the fitness supplements have been around forever. They seemingly get more and more expensive. I mean, 60 bucks for creatine. And unfortunately, I don't think they'll be going away anytime soon. We got another comment from one of you guys right here. I don't regret buying my new roof, but I regret overpaying by $13,000. And that's a pretty good transition into the last clip of the day.
I do not regret much, but I do regret buying my house, and I bought my house in 2023 at 28 years old. All right, so the couple I want to share from my personal experience, number one is lack of flexibility. Number two is HOA and assessment cost. Number three is total opportunity cost. Then we have underestimating the total cost of home ownership, as well as added stress and social pressure and financial false signaling that comes with home ownership. So for number one, lack of flexibility. So when you buy a home, it ties you to one place. You have to pay to get into the house and you don't get that money back. It doesn't go towards the house, and you have to pay to sell the house. And it is very costly and it's very risky. So in a down market, if you have to sell for whatever reason, you can lose money. And if you can't sell, you might end up being a accidental landlord, and even at worst, a long distance landlord. And that is a whole nother topic, which is not the easiest.
And this is why we got an entire series talking about this topic on the channel. For so long, we're constantly hearing you gotta buy property, you gotta buy a house. That's how you'll build your wealth quickly. And it was true about 10 years ago, but now with homes being wildly overpriced, that's just not the case anymore. Especially this guy buying in 2023. Very few homes have appreciated over the past couple years, and now you're just stuck. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.